Hello everyone. Today I'm going to review a book called Mindset by Carol S. Dweck. And to be more specific, Dweck is a psychology professor at Stanford University and has received numerous awards for her work in social and developmental psychology. She holds a PhD in psychology from Yale University. Although you may not be conscious of them, you have powerful beliefs and that affect what you want and whether you get it. And in Mindset, Carol argues that your attitude about abilities and intelligence determine your course of your life, starting as early as your preschool years. So Dweck begins by saying that your mindset shapes your entire personality and it helps or hinders you from reaching your potential. It dictates how you interpret success, failure, and effort, as well as how you approach schools, sports, work, as well as relationships. Dweck says that you learn one of the two mindsets from your parents, teachers, and your media you consume. And these two mindsets are the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. The fixed mindset states that personal qualities such as intelligence and personality are innate and unchangeable. Many of us are trained in this mindset from an early age and have heard of some versions of the following during childhoods. It's okay, kid, I was never good at math either. Some kids are just naturally athletic, so you cannot compete with them. She's really smart, so that's why she gets an A and you don't. If you have a fixed mindset, you feel you must constantly prove yourself. If you are born with a set amount of intelligence and ability, then you want to improve that you have a lot, even though you secretly worry that you are short-charged. In stark contrast, the growth mindset states that people can change and improve. And when you have a growth mindset, you believe that the abilities you were born with are only a starting point. You can get smarter and improve yourself with hard work, persistence, and the right learning strategies. You have a passion for learning and welcome mistakes because they are opportunities to learn, and you seek challenges to prove yourself. In the following chapters in the book, Dweck says that in the fixed mindset world, success is about proving to yourself and others that you are smart and talented. Any type of setback is a failure, such as a bad grade, losing a competition, or not getting the job or promotion you wanted. Furthermore, if you have a fixed mindset, you take this type of failure to mean that you're not smart or talented enough. Therefore, setbacks are intolerable and you're likely to quit trying. And conversely, success in the growth mindset world is about pushing yourself, learning, and improving. Failure means not seizing an opportunity to learn, and also not striving for what's important to you or not reaching for your full potential. Dweck says that for people with fixed mindsets, perfection is essential. Since they don't believe in growth, they have to prove their natural talents by continually grasping everything immediately and imperfectly. For example, when researchers asked students what made them feel smart, fixed mindset students said it was when they could do something quickly without making any mistakes. This also illustrates that to the people with a fixed mindset, effort is a negative, a crutch for those without natural talent. However, growth-minded students said that they feel smart when they tried hard and made a progress, or they were able to do something they couldn't do before. To the people with a growth mindset, effort, however, is a positive. These students feel accomplished when they saw improvement rather than they prove their abilities. So you must be wondering how the mindsets affect children, right? Dweck warns us that children can develop mindsets as early as 3 years old. At this age, children are listening and watching all the adults around them, and they absorb the model behavior of fixed and growth mindsets. So the fixed mindsets slow or shut down children's innate drive to learn. Some children begin rejecting challenges because they fear that they will fail. As a result, children with a fixed mindset become non-learners. And by contrast, Children who have growth mindsets embrace challenges and relish to become smarter, which lays the foundation for lifelong learning. Later on the next chapters, Dweck tells us how to develop a growth mindset. She believes that learning about the two mindsets and how they affect you can prompt you to start making changes. However, completely changing your habitual thought patterns can take so much time and work. Often, the fixed mindset hangs around and competes with the growth-oriented ways of thinking that you're trying to adopt. Your fixed mindset beliefs about being smart, athletic, talented, or ambitious might be your source of self-esteem, and it can be difficult to give up those beliefs for more challenging ideas about developing yourself through effort and mistakes. So she warns that when you reform your mindset, you may feel like you're losing your sense of who you are. However, the growth mindset ultimately frees you from constantly judging yourself, so you can be authentic and explore more full potential. In other words, you won't be concerned about who you are because you will be focused on who you can become. So, how to begin adjusting your mindset? Achieving a growth mindset is a journey. You won't get there all at once. So, Dweck suggests that following these steps toward developing a growth mindset. First, you must accept that you have a fixed mindset. Even when you're on a path to growth, you have lingering fixed mindset beliefs. In fact, everyone has a mix of fixed and growth-oriented beliefs. You can acknowledge this reality without accepting the negatives a fixed mindset causes. Number 2, create a fixed mindset persona and identify her triggers. Ask yourself what triggers this part of you to come out. For instance, do you slip into a fixed mindset when you take on a difficult project or encounter a setback? After identifying your triggers, give your mindset persona its own name and think of them as her triggers. Doing so will remind you that this isn't who you're gonna be. Number 3, confront your fixed mindset. When your fixed mindset materializes, have an imaginary conversation with it. For example, if your first attempt at a new skill that doesn't go well, your fixed mindset way of thinking might tell you that you're not good at it and you should give up. However, you can remind yourself that mistakes and failures are only opportunities to learn and grow. And that is the end of the review of this amazing book. To be honest, I used to have a fixed mindset because I am very competitive. I am a very competitive person. And that is the end of this book review. And to be honest, I used to have a fixed mindset because I am a very competitive person. But after reading this book by Carol S. Dweck, I completely changed my way of thinking in order to achieve this growth mindset, in order to become a better version of myself. So which book do you guys want me to review in the next following episodes? Please leave your thoughts and views on the comment section below. And from now, I will be reviewing books as well as lifestyles and productivity. So make sure to drop me a subscribe and follow me for more. I'm Zung, and see you next time.